Hi students, this is A. Mandri Kumar Rajesh. In this video, I am going to teach you dihybrid test cross. As what we discussed in the monohybrid test cross is that the same procedure will be followed in dihybrid test cross. The only difference is in monohybrid test cross we consider the only one character, but in the case of dihybrid test cross we have to consider two characters. This is the major difference between monohybrid and dihybrid test cross. And as you all know the definition for test cross, but still I want to give the definition for test cross. It is a cross to know whether an individual is homozygous or heterozygous for a dominant character, and the dominant character should be crossed with homozygous recessive parent to predict the genotype of the dominant character or the dominant individual. Then here we have two possibilities of cross. They are, the first one is homozygous dominant parent cross with homozygous recessive parent. Homozygous recessive parent. Then the second possibility is heterozygous dominant parent cross with homozygous recessive parent. So this is the two possibilities in dihybrid test cross. Now we are going to discuss the two crosses one by one. First I go with the homozygous dominant parent. The phenotype of homozygous dominant parent is round yellow. Then the phenotype of homozygous recessive parent is wrinkled green. And this parent acts as female and this parent acts as male. Now I am going to write the genotype of the homozygous dominant parent. It is capital R, capital Y and capital Y. Then here I am going to write the genotype of the homozygous recessive parent. Small r, small y, small y. Now I am going to make a cross between these two individuals. So the gametes should be produced by the process meiosis, and the gametes produced by the dominant one is capital R, capital Y. So this is the gamete produced by the dominant one, dominant parent. Then here the gametes are produced by the recessive is small r, small y. Then this gamete should be plotted in the Punnett square. So here we have to draw 4 columns, 4 rows, because in dihybrid test cross or dihybrid cross the individual can produce 4 types of gametes. Each individual can produce 4 types of gametes. So in rows we have to plot or we have to place the male gametes. In column we have to place the female gametes. First I am going to place the male gametes in the rows. In rows it is going to be all are the recessive gametes. In row all the gametes should be recessive, that is small r, small y, small r, small y, small r, small y, small r, small y. Now I am going to place the gametes in column. Here it is going to be all are dominant one. All are dominant one. That is capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y. Now fusion of gametes takes place. So capital R, capital Y, small y, 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 capital R, capital Y, small y. Likewise it goes on. So as a result, all the young ones are possess the dominant character. None of them possess the recessive character. Recessive character. So the phenotypic ratio is 16:0. 16 round yellow and 0 wrinkled green. 0 wrinkled green. So this is the ratio when we get while homozygous dominant parent cross with the homozygous recessive parent. By this we can conclude the genotype of the dominant character. Genotype of the dominant character, that is capital R, capital Y, capital Y. In the case of monohybrid cross, we could observe 4:0, but in the case of dihybrid test cross, it is 16:0. Now I am going to explain the next possibility of test cross. Next possible cross is made between the heterozygous dominant parent and homozygous recessive parent. So the next cross is made between heterozygous dominant cross with homozygous recessive parent. The phenotype of heterozygous dominant parent is round yellow. Then the phenotype of homozygous recessive parent is wrinkled green. Then this plant acts as female, this plant acts as male. Now I am going to write the genotype of round yellow. Capital R, capital Y, small y. Then I am going to write the genotype for wrinkled green. Small r, small y, small y. Then the dominant one is going to produce gametes like capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. In the case of homozygous recessive parent, all the gametes should be possess the recessive alleles, that is small r, small y. Now I am going to place all the gametes in the Punnett square. Here in rows we are going to plot the male gametes. In column we are going to plot the female gametes. In rows all the gametes going to be recessive. In the rows all the gametes going to be recessive, that is small r, small y, small r, small y, small r, small y, small r, small y. In the columns, the gametes going to be plot like this: capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. Now the fusion of gametes takes place. Capital R, capital Y, small y results in round yellow. Capital R, capital Y, small y results in round yellow. Capital R, capital Y, small y results in round yellow. Capital R, capital Y, small y results in the young one round yellow. Now I am going to fuse this gamete with this gamete. Capital R, small y, small y. That means round green. Capital R, small y, small y. The young one is round green. Capital R, small y, small y. The young one is round green. Capital R, small y, small y. The young one is round green. Then I am going to fuse this gamete with this gamete. Small r, capital Y, small y. That means wrinkled yellow. Wrinkled yellow. In this row, all the young ones possess the wrinkled yellow character. Small r, capital Y, that means wrinkled yellow. Small r, capital Y, small y. It shows the wrinkled yellow. Then the last one, small r, small y going to fuse with this gametes. Small r, small y, small y. That means wrinkled green. Small r, small y, small y shows wrinkled green. In the appearance of all possible 4 phenotypes in the ratio 4:4:4:4. That means 4 round yellow, 4 round yellow, 4 round green, 4 wrinkled yellow, 4 wrinkled green. Wrinkled green. It can be written as 1:1:1:1. So this is the ratio when we get while heterozygous dominant parent cross with the homozygous recessive parent. By this ratio, we can predict the genotype of heterozygous dominant. That is, the genotype is capital R, capital Y, small y. That's all about dihybrid test cross. Before I am going to conclude this video session, I want you to recollect some important informations regarding Mendel's laws of heredity. In Mendel's laws of heredity, we have discussed 4 laws. They are law of paired factors, law of dominance, law of segregation, the last one is law of independent assortment. independent assortment. Among these 4 laws, these 3 laws are considered as major laws of Mendel's heredity. These 3 laws are considered as major laws of Mendel's heredity. In this, law of segregation is universally applicable law because it can be applicable for any kind of cross without any exception. So, this law is universally applicable without any exception. In the case of law of dominance, it is not applicable in the situations like incomplete dominance and co-dominance. So, the law of dominance is not applicable in situations like incomplete dominance and co-dominance. In the case of law of independent assortment, it is not applicable in situations like linkage. So, the only law is universally applicable for any crosses, law of segregation. Why I am telling this information again and again is, in future we are going to learn some more crosses. At the time, it will be helpful for you to learn that crosses. With that information, I am going to conclude this video. I hope you all enjoy this video. Please stay home and stay safe. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you.